Hey guys, let me show you something really cool. See this church and this cool medieval building and this colorful little bazaar street and these ancient ruins and this tea filled with garlic. Well, seeing this, you might ask yourself, what is this cool little place? And this cool little place is Tunis, the capital of Tunisia, and in my opinion one of the most underrated yet most amazing cities in the North African Strip, where you will find everything that you need for that perfect vacation. Starting from amazing history, great foods and great hotels, and all that for the absurdly cheap prices. So guys, stay tuned and let me show you the video which will make you absolutely fall in love with the capital of this amazing country. And we will start our journey where most people start their journey, and that is in the hotel room. And here in Tunis, you can really take advantage of the location and take the hotel right in the city center, so inside the Medina. And for example, this hotel room that you can see right here is only a 50 euro hotel room. So take a look. And then guys, once you decided to start exploring the center of one of the best preserved old towns in Africa, you can literally do so by just stepping outside the hotel. Just like this. Now, even though Medina is very beautiful and full of history, and you definitely do want to spend some time just wandering around, there are three main buildings that you do want to focus on. And those three buildings are Souk El Atarin. Then we have Ez Zitouna Mosque right there. And the last of the big three is Dar Al Asram, which is the attraction with which we are going to start this video. Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! It's a family palace commissioned by Al Asram family in the 19th century. And today it stands as a city landmark and one of the finest examples of Tunisian style architecture. Since 1964, Dar Al Asram has been home to the Association des Sauvegardes de la Medina de Tunis, or ASM for short. It is also used as a cultural center that hosts exhibitions, events and workshops related to the urban heritage and architecture of Tunisia. The second place on the top 3 list is Souk El Atarin, the 13th century spice and perfume market founded by Sultan Abu Zakaria Yahya during Hafsid dynasty. Here you can immerse yourself in vibrant colors, exotic scents, and also find some Tunisian beauty goods. And also try some street food if you are more on the adventurous side. And then you can literally take a 2-minute walk to the final spot on our list, which belongs to Ez Zitouna Mosque, also known as the Mosque of the Olive Tree, which happens to be the oldest and the most important mosque in Tunisia's capital. The mosque is not only an architectural landmark, but also the symbol of learning and cultural identity of North Africa. It was founded in 732 AD by Ubayd Allah ibn al-Habhab and is also home to one of the oldest universities in the Islamic world, functioning for centuries before modern universities in Europe. But of course, as I just mentioned, mosque is also the architectural masterpiece, blending many different architectural styles like Ottoman and Andalusian, but unfortunately if you're not Muslim you can't enter it, and the best that you can do is admire it from one of nearby rooftops, like from this one right here where I'm standing right now. Now with this, we finish the part of the video that covers Medina, but the story of Tunis stretches way outside the Medina walls, so let's go there. Right outside the Medina, you will find the Cathedral of Saint Vincent de Paul, which is the 19th century cathedral built by French Protectorate of Tunisia. Today, the cathedral stands as the last Roman Catholic cathedral in all of Tunisia and also as a great reminder of Tunisia's colonial past. The cathedral is a mix of Byzantine and Romanesque revival styles and is characterized by a large dome, arched windows and two bell towers. And one interesting thing about it is that the cathedral is still owned by Vatican, even though its use is very limited due to mass decline in Christian population. And now we come to the last place that we will cover in this video, and that is Carthage. And for anyone who doesn't know what is Carthage, well, it was a capital of a Punic empire founded in 9th century before Christ and was eventually destroyed by Rome in 2nd century before Christ. Today, Carthage is the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and if you're wondering what you can see here, well, there are multiple things. But since Carthage is absolutely huge, in today's video I will only be focusing on a couple of best preserved attractions within the Carthage itself. Number one, there is Byrsa Hill, the center of ancient Carthage city that later became an important Roman and Christian site. The place itself was built in the 9th century before Christ, and even though it won't get any rewards for its preservation, it does offer some great views of the city and is also located right near the ticket office, which makes it a logical first stop during your visit to Carthage. On the site you will also find the 19th century French church, so if you're into it you can also check that one out. What you will also find here is Roman amphitheater, which was built in 2nd century after Christ. It could hold 10,000 spectators, and it was also used for gladiator fights, huntings, and many other public spectacles. And as you can see, the place is quite well preserved, so you can still see outer walls, parts of columns, tunnels, cages, which is pretty fascinating considering the age of the building. The amphitheater was used all the way to the 5th century when Western Roman Empire fell to ruins. And then we come to Tophet, which is the most controversial site in all of Carthage, and I'm about to tell you why. So basically this Tophet is a cemetery, and it is a cemetery where a lot of small urns were found. So what we do know for sure is that many children were buried here, and there are two theories about it. Theory number one is that this was a cemetery for kids who died naturally. But there is also the second theory, which says that this place was not only a burial for children, but also the place where the children were sacrificed to honor gods. And many archaeologists are currently debating which one is true, so that makes this place the most controversial site in all of Carthage. And this is also my favorite place in Carthage, because from all other places on the site, this is the only one that has the ability to really teleport you back in time, and you can feel that something still captured there and trapped by the weight of time. So for me, this is the one thing that you really have to see.
On the site, you will also find remains of old Roman villas built between 1st and 4th century. Now, unfortunately, there isn't much left of what used to be the grand Roman villas, but if you look to the floor, you will find the remains of old Roman mosaics that used to decorate the floors of the Roman villas, or the houses. And now, as the sugar at the end, we'll have probably the most famous site in Carthage, and that is the baths of Antonius. They were built in the 2nd century before Christ by Emperor Antonius Pius, and at the time they were the largest baths in the North Africa. And they were actually also the real architectural marvel. They were built on multiple levels, but today, unfortunately, only the lower levels remain. So you can see them and enjoy them. And from architectural standpoint, this site is definitely the most impressive and is the site that most visitors will find the best. It's also the largest site in Carthage and only one that is preserved well enough that you can kind of get the idea of how it once used to look like. Today, the baths still exist as a symbol of Roman hygiene, engineering, and luxury that served both a practical and a social function. And before we get to the end of the video, guys, I wanted to tell you that Carthage is an amazing site, and I definitely encourage you to visit every single attraction within the Carthage itself. But if you are for some reason short of time, these are the 4 main attractions that I feel deserve the most of your time. And now comes the part where we finish the video. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you learned something, and I hope that it was helpful for you in case you also decide to visit Tunis, which I definitely recommend you to do because it's a gorgeous city. And yeah, that's pretty much it. God bless you guys, and see you in the next video.